Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So when you set up Windows 11, in case you didn't know, there are default settings that Windows turns on by default that you may not be aware of, and some of which you may want to leave on and some of which you may want to turn off. So just a quick video to show you 7 default settings in Windows 11. Now this is in no particular order and obviously is not a comprehensive list, some of which I've also turned off, be that for performance and or privacy, and you may want to do the same. Now the first is that Windows Update apparently can use renewable energy, where Windows 11 schedules updates to align with regional clean energy availability to minimize carbon emissions. So if we head into our settings, navigate over to Windows Update, here you see Windows Update is committed to helping reduce carbon emissions. Now if you click on Learn More, basically it says that since version 22H2, the Windows Update mechanism detects when the computer is plugged in and connected to the internet, and when regional carbon intensity data is available, the system will schedule installations at a time that may produce lower carbon emissions, believe it or not. So that is a setting that is enabled by default. Windows Update can use renewable energy. Now the next is that if you set up a new account on Windows 11 using a Microsoft account, the system turns on system backups to the cloud. So for this one, we're going to head over to our accounts page and head to Windows Backup and click on Remember My Preferences. Now, just as a side note, this isn't a so-called full backup or something you can access to restore items individually at a later stage. What this is a backup that is part of the recovery process that you will have access to from the initial setup, which is also known as the out-of-box OOBE experience, when configuring a new installation of the operating system. Now, although you cannot manage these backups, it is possible to control the items that the system backs up to the cloud, which you can toggle on and off. So that's number 2, Microsoft account backs up apps and settings by default. Moving on to number 3, delivery optimization is enabled by default. So for this one, we're going to head to our Windows Update page, click on Advanced Options and Delivery Optimization. Now this is one I've actually turned off because I do find it helps keep updates a lot more stable. And it says if you turn this on, your device may send parts of previously downloaded Windows updates and apps to devices on your local network or on the internet. All right, and if you turn it on, you'll have 2 options available: devices on my local network, devices on the internet, and my local network. I've turned this off on it. I actually think I've posted a video on this previously. So on Windows 11, this is supposed to be a feature that helps the device download updates a lot quicker. And the feature uses different sources to download updates, like network sharing technology, meaning that the updates come from the Microsoft servers as well as from other computers in the local network and even from other devices on the internet. And I have found that turning this off, although it may use a little bit more bandwidth, in the long run for me, it creates less update problems. So that may be something, if you don't mind using a bit of extra bandwidth for updates, you may want to turn off. So delivery optimization number 3 is enabled by default. Moving on to number 4. Find My Device is turned on by default. So for this one, we're going to head to Privacy and Security, Find My Device. And once again, if you use a Microsoft account to create your profile, the system will also enable the Find My Device feature, which has been designed to help you locate your computer if it is ever lost or stolen. And it's very similar to tracking features on mobile phones, as you may well know. And when the feature is turned on, what it says is it saves this device's location when it's connected to the internet. You can go to account.microsoft.com to locate it, basically. So Find My Device is turned on by default as number 4. Moving on to number 5. And for this one, we're going to stay in privacy and security. But this time we're going to head into device encryption, where device encryption is turned on by default. And this started with version 24H2, where on a new installation of 24H2, Windows 11 enables device encryption BitLocker by default and stores the decryption key on your Microsoft and in your Microsoft account. And this is a feature that I think causes quite a lot of debate in certain circles, which we have covered on the channel, where encrypt data on this device to help protect from offline unauthorized access. So device encryption is turned on by default. And then number 6, Storage Sense is enabled by default. And for this one, we're going to head to our system page, storage. Now this is one I've turned off because I don't like things running in the background and performing tasks automatically in the background. But Storage Sense is a tool that can help you free up drive space on your computer, which is designed to keep your system running smoothly according to Microsoft by getting rid of files that you don't need without you having to manage them manually. I prefer to run this manually, so I've turned that off. So Storage Sense number 6 is enabled by default. Now for number 7, this is the only one that is actually off by default and not enabled by default, which is System Protection is off by default. Now for this one, we're just going to get to our search and type in System Restore. Create a restore point, System Restore, which is a legacy component of the operating system. Now, System Protection is a recovery feature designed to help safeguard the system files, apps, registry, and settings. And the feature works by creating and managing restore points, which are basically snapshots of your current setup at a specific point in time. Now, this is off by default, as mentioned. So if we click on Configure, I've turned this on. And System Protection is a recovery feature that's designed to help protect the system files, apps, registry, and settings. And the feature works by creating and managing restore points, which are snapshots of your current setup at a specific point in time. And I've chosen to turn that on. And yeah, you can give it the amount of percentage of hard drive that you want System Restore to be able to use. I've put that down to 5%. So that's the only one that's off by default, as far as I'm aware. So guys, as mentioned, those are 7 default settings in Windows 11, in case you're unaware, some of which you may want to leave on, some of which you may want to turn off, like I have, some I've turned off, and be that they could affect your privacy and or your performance. And as mentioned, not a comprehensive list. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.